Hey guys, Zerlo here. I'm gonna say this. Pokemon Go, when it first came out, was nowhere near as good as it is today. Like, usually games will get better as time goes on, but Pokemon Go is the absolute exception because it went from a game that basically had no chance of survival to a game that I would actually kind of recommend you playing. So yeah, before I even talk about Pokemon Go, if you don't even care about this video, you just want to hear the answer and you just don't really want to give me more ad revenue, which I can understand that because I'm like 14, then my answer for you would simply just be that, yes, you should go play Pokemon Go. But if you want the reasons as to why and reasons as to why you shouldn't, then maybe you should stick around. But that's up to you. So back in 2016, when Pokemon Go first came out, there was a lot of problems out of the gate. I think the biggest problem being that Niantic was not doing anything for the community. They were actually hurting the community. Like, for example, if you remember the whole, like, Niantic, like, having problems with people making third-party sites for their game, which they consider to be cheating, even though it's not. The game also was not really that well optimized. I remember I played it for the first time on a Galaxy S4 when it came out in 2016, and even though by 2016 standards that's still a pretty old phone, as you can imagine it was not the most pleasant experience. But now it's optimized somewhat better. Now I am trying this on iOS, so compared to Android it could be different, but on my iPhone 6, like, it was definitely better from what I can remember of my Galaxy S4, but when I was playing it on my iPhone 6, it was not exactly great. It was really laggy. I was getting a lot of, like, disconnects, and it killed my battery so fast. So I don't know if that's a problem with the phone. It might be. But then I tried it on an iPhone 6s, and that has AR+, and the 6 doesn't. And while it was a lot better in terms of optimization and how well the game ran, it still wasn't, like, good or, like, great. And probably the biggest issue was with the servers. If you played Pokemon Go in 2016, or even, like, a good amount in 2017, then you probably remember the infamous server crashes, which plagued the game for so long. But as of right now, 2019, it's not so bad anymore. This, in my opinion, really killed Pokemon Go, because if the servers don't work, you can't play the game, and then nobody's playing your game. So, now that this is actually fixed, and all of these issues have not really been happening to me, I can definitely say that I'm impressed. I'm really happy that Niantic actually went to work to fixing these problems. Pokemon Go also uses, like, absolutely no data, which is really nice. So, although this game does require data and, like, basically just a Wi-Fi connection, I will say that I'm really impressed with how little data this game uses. But now let's actually talk about the game itself. So, since 2016, a lot of things have changed. Like, for example, I think one of the biggest things has been the addition of things like raids. So raids were added in 2017, so they're not exactly recent, but the way they work is that, if you don't know, if you are at a gym that has a raid going on and you have a raid pass, you can actually fight these really powerful legendary Pokemons that are specific to that gym for like 1 hour. And if you defeat them, you get a chance to catch them, which is really cool. However, like I said, features like AR+ aren't really necessary, but they are pretty cool. There's also Pokemon Let's Go, which if you don't know what that is, it's a game that came out last year that was like this hybrid between Pokemon Go and like a normal Pokemon game, where like you could go out and like do stuff in real life with Pokemon Go, and then come back and then like transfer over your stuff over to like your home console game. It's, from what I heard, it's a pretty fun game, so that is also another feature that you can consider if you want to drop like $60 or $80, depending on where you live, on a new Pokemon game that is like mixed with a free-to-play game on your phone. There's also 4 generations of Pokemon in Pokemon Go, which is a decent amount, but I'm going to guarantee that there are going to be more on the horizon just because of how well supported this game is. Which is actually my next point. Pokemon Go is actually very well supported now. Frequently, you'll get notifications on your phone saying, hey, we have a new thing going on for like an hour, or like an event happening soon, and it will let you know. And these events are pretty frequent, and plus also there's like a whole like convention thing in like the summer for Pokemon Go Fest, which is kind of cool. Even if Pokemon Go Fest is like not that great. So as I said at the beginning, I feel like if you are the type of person who is looking into either getting into Pokemon Go for the first time or trying it once again, I would just say give it a shot. Like, it's free, and even if your phone can't run it that well, you might as well just try it, because it's like, nothing's gonna really hurt if you, like, try it, because it's just free. Now, if you get addicted, that's a whole different story, but, like, I will say that the whole idea of going outside to play, like, a game that is actually, like, really fun, in my opinion, it is the best use of a mobile game ever. Like, I think that augmented reality is probably what I would use my phone for when it comes to playing games. But that is my opinion. So if you have had your own issues with Pokemon Go that have stopped you from playing it, then feel free to let me know in the comments. And if you are still playing it, then also feel free to let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, see you.